Flint Dibble has cancer. I took that personally as Flint Dibble. And Flint Dibble is a man that I have a lot of respect for. He stands up for himself, and he doesn't let people put words in his mouth, like speak for him, and he doesn't let people repeat misinformation unchallenged. And those are two qualities that I find very respectable in anybody. But I say man here because, as far as I'm aware, he's a man. So I respect this man on those principles. Why am I talking about him then? I watched a video or a live stream of him recently, probably about, I'm so bad at time frames, let's say 3 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure it was a new video. I went back to find it, but I couldn't. He was answering questions and comments on his videos, and one of the questions he received, let me preface this by saying Flint Dibble has cancer. He's been battling it for the last 4 years. He's gotten 2 major surgeries, and he is, as far as I'm aware, I could be wrong, I think he is actively receiving chemotherapy. That's important for the next bit, because what the comment said that he was responding to was asking him if he's looked into things like restricting sugar, increasing protein intake, and then my biases come in because the person also asked, have you looked into turkey tail mushroom as like a treatment option or to help, with your treatment plan? And Flint, he had a very negative reaction to this, and I just wasn't expecting it when it happened. And I honestly did react negatively, but I was able to set my bias aside, set those negative emotions that he triggered in me aside, to listen to him and think rationally about what he said in response. I do not want to put words in his mouth. That is the last thing I want to do. So if I'm wrong about this, I apologize to him and I apologize to the people watching. His response was, I doubt he said this, but it was basically go F yourself. And in the moment, I was like, what the heck? They're just trying to help, The person that left the comments, I'm like, sure, they're not a doctor, but they weren't coming at you with malice. Why would you have such a strong reaction to it? And I sat on it for a couple of days, to be honest, completely honest. I was like, why is this bothering me so damn much? Like, I know, of course, that I have the bias, the mushroom bias. So I knew that was an element, of course, it was the most obvious. But I just kept thinking about it, like, why did this bother me so much? And I think I figured it out, and I think it might be what bothered Flint so much about the comment. Because while he was responding to the comment, Flint said, first of all, if I were like my type of cancer, if I were to restrict sugar and increase protein, I would have been dead by now. It's, every cancer is different, and just because one, you want to restrict your sugar intake, that doesn't mean that's true for every type of cancer. And that is the most important thing I have to say here. Like, that's what really brought me to understanding his reaction to the comment. Because he's been dealing with this for years. Do you random internet commenter think you're going to bring something to the table that his doctors haven't? And I believe that's what truly bothered Flint about the comment, the presumption on the part of the commenter to think that they are bringing something new to the table. And what bothered me was, and I had to really think about it because I'm aware of my mushroom bias, but I could feel it was like something else, and I'm pretty sure what it was. I don't ever try to make declarative statements and say, I know what's up and I'm 100% correct, and but I do like it whenever I'm speaking to someone or a group of people and they're taking my words seriously, taking them into consideration, and the comment sounded like my words. It sounded like something I would have said before I saw Flint's reaction. So whenever Flint said, hey buddy, you think I haven't, been dealing with this for years? You think you're gonna come in here and tell me something I don't know? I took that personally, even though I wasn't the person that made the comment in the first place. And those, I feel, are the types of things that you always want to be looking for in your life. As far as like, what do I mean by that? What types of things should you always be looking for in your life? I guess I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nothing. I didn't graduate college, I don't have a degree in anything. I got a high school diploma, and I got a certificate of completion for a software development course. WazU, oh yeah, co-founder of Apple. But you should be looking for those types of reactions that I had. Like, why would I take Flint Dibble's reaction to a comment I didn't make personally? Like, that doesn't make sense, right? I don't think it does. And it took me a while to figure out that was the emotion I was feeling. That was the emotion I was feeling. And why I was feeling it, I need to find a better term than ruminate, because when I think of rumination, it's negative, because from how I understand it, rumination is when you cycle the same thoughts for hours, days, months. And I was cycling these thoughts of, what's the deal? Why did it bother me in the way that it did? So maybe I could say I focused or meditated on the issue, and I was able, I feel, to discover where my negative reactions or emotions were coming from. And that's a good thing, right? Like, you want to know why you're bothered by the things that bother you. At least I think so. So there you go. So I guess once again, I don't want to put any words in anybody's mouth. So if I mischaracterized Flint in the way that he responded to the comment, or any of the details about his cancer treatment, I apologize. I hope I didn't. I don't believe I did, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Go check him out. Flint Dibble. Real Archaeology. It's a great channel. I was subscribed to him before the whole Joe Rogan thing, but this really amplified his, it pushed him in the public sphere. And Graham Hancock, I don't know how many people out there know who the heck that is. He sucks. Like, he could be a cool dude, but he just doubles down on his BS. He's one of those dudes. And, you know, I just had another thought. Flint Dibble, I don't know, but perhaps he also had a negative reaction to that comment because of Graham Hancock, who will just state the most on its face wrong information and just roll with it, you know? I don't respect Graham Hancock in the way that I respect Flint Dibble. But go subscribe to this guy, really super interesting channel. It's all a bunch of archaeology, and you could get some drama farming in, or drama binging in, if you're into that sort of thing as